Hello, I am Carrie and I am back with another collective reading, and this time this is going to be an energy reading for the month of December. December, there's a lot of things going on. Right now it's a Mercury retrograde. We're also in Sagittarius season and it is the end of the year. So it's a lot of things that are happening during this season, and I was like, let's get an energy reading. Let's see what's going on, what we need to be thinking about, considering. And I just want to say thank you so much for liking, subscribing. Thank you for being here watching this video. And just thank you for all of your positive energy. So I just want to first get started by talking about how I'm feeling right now during Sagittarius season / Mercury retrograde. It's interesting. I got to be honest. I feel more big picture energy. Like I'm zoomed way out and I'm looking at my life as more of a big picture. It's not like, okay, what am I gonna do tomorrow, the next day, whatever. It's like, okay, what have I done so far in my life and where is it that I want to go and where do I want to be? Am I on track? Do I need to adjust? Like, I'm talking about big stuff like career, family, those kinds of things. Like, do I need to adjust? Do I need to make a major change? Should I get a new partner? Should I not have a partner at all? Should I consider having a child? Like, these are huge things to think about. It's kind of like, where am I on this path and where do I need to be getting to? Like, I'm here and I want to be here. So what do I need to do to get there? Type energy. So I don't know if you're feeling that, if you're like really zoomed out on your life, because whereas before I was very much focused on the everyday. I was like, okay, am I comfortable every day? Let's see how I can make my life even more better in terms of the everyday. Let me decorate a little bit. Let me clean up. Let me organize. Let me, like, the little small things to make your life better. But now I'm zoomed out looking at the big things, which I don't know. I guess it's time. That's what I'm feeling anyway. Let me know if you resonate with that in the comments, please. But I want to just go ahead and get started with this reading to see what my guides have wanted to highlight for us. So if we start here, we've got the Hierophant, Nine of Cups, followed by the Queen of Pentacles, the Seven of Pentacles, Page of Wands, Three of Wands, the Chariot, and the Sun. We come over here to the Hierophant. I always like that energy because it's very much like doing you. You make the own rules of your life. You're going to follow the own rules of your life. If anybody tries to tell you what to do, whatever, it's like, no, I stand in this. Not only do I stand in this, this is what I will be projecting out into the world, teaching to the world, showing the world, like, this is the way to go, especially when it comes to me. So like somebody who is very like knowledge of self and control of self, choosing what you will be doing based off of your own values, your own internal values. And if I'm not mistaken, that is very much Sagittarius energy. So you might be feeling that right now. Like, especially if you're needing to make any decisions, they're going to be like, is this what I want to do? A friend asked me the other day for a ride. And I was like, why would I give you a ride? Like, we cool, but we ain't that cool. And this is like a serious, like, it's going to take time out of my day. And I was like, can you ask somebody else? And they did. But the thing was about it is I checked in with my own internal self and I was like, would I ever ask them for a ride? Is that something in our relationship that, like, are we close enough in our relationship? Or do you just think I'm a nice person and I'm just going to do it? And I was like, well, let me ask. Do you have anybody else to do it? Because what do I look like? And it's funny because that's not normally my attitude, but I'm liking it. I'm like, yes, I'm not going to ask you for a ride. Like, I don't feel comfortable enough to ask you for a ride, so why are you asking me for one? We don't have, like, our relationship is not that close. So I feel like you have to, in this time, day and age, or in this season right now, these are the types of questions you might be asking. It's like, is this what I want to do? Is this something that is for me? Like, is this going to make me happy? Am I just doing this for you? Like, what is the purpose behind this? I really feel like you might be a little bit more self-centered now, and that is not a bad thing at all, especially going into the end of the year and needing to review your life. It is good to be in a place, in a position that where you're like focused on you and not anyone else. And we have Queen of Pentacles followed by this, or clarified by the Seven of Pentacles. Queen of Pentacles, she is comfortable on her throne. She's got everything that she needs. And she is really going to be only doing and dealing with things that are going to further her prosperity. So Queen of Pentacles, she's not going to get up out of her throne for nobody or nothing. She's definitely going to be focused on getting her coin. And because it's being clarified by the Seven of Pentacles, which to me sometimes can mean like making a decision to continue investing in something, or to take what you've already gotten and go invest in something else. And I kind of feel like this is that energy that I was talking about earlier of like making major changes in your life. Like I'm having the urge to like, okay, is my life set up the way I want it? Do I need to make some major changes? Is it time to switch the job, switch the partner, switch the car, house, whatever? Are these types of things the types of things that I'm interested in pursuing continuously? Or is it time to make a major change here? Take what I have and run with it, basically. And so that could be the types of questions that you're asking yourself. Like, am I comfortable here? Do I have to get up off my throne in order for me to make this happen? Or can I still sit on my throne and continue to like collect these coins, collect this knowledge, collect, I don't know, whatever types of friendships or whatever you're looking for? It's just basically going to be a question of like, am I comfortable here? That might be something that you're asking, or you're going to be feeling this energy to where it makes you question things that you never really questioned before. If you were used to just getting up and going to your job every day, it's like just something that you're just used to doing, then you don't like question it. It's just like automatic. But right now you might be questioning some of those automatic things. It's like, okay, but why am I going to this job again? Why is it that I wanted this job in particular? Is it going to help me in the future for this other thing that I want to do? Or is this just temporary? Like, and if it's temporary, then when is it time for me to leave it? Or when is it time for me to switch? Or when is it time for me to change positions? Like, that's the kind of energy I'm feeling. It's like you're just questioning things right now. And then when we go over to the Page of Wands and the Three of Wands, anything in your life that when you questioned it, you decided it was time to move on. Like, this is that type of energy, like the new. Page of Wands is like all about the new. It's like, I don't know. I love this because it always to me looks like I don't really know how to work this wand just yet, but I'm going to figure it out. She's holding it up like, how does this thing work? And that's really the energy that I get right now for Sagittarius season. You could have found something in your life, or right now you're finding things in your life that you want to change or edit or modify. Don't look at my nail. Change or edit or modify. And you're trying to figure out, okay, how can I make it work for me better? Which way to go? How to make this thing work? How to make it better for me? That's the type of energy I'm feeling right here. Same with the Three of Wands. It's like waiting for your ships to come in. It's like I'm trying something new. I'm trying something different. I want to see what the outcome of this is going to be versus what I've always been doing, what I've been comfortable in doing. So you could even be trying to, or be led to making some major changes. I always feel like too, when it's like the end of something, because it's about to be the end of the year, we feel like, okay, the year is ending. There are some things that I never did that I wanted to do. And so because of that, I am kind of trying to rush and finish these things, or rush and even start these things, or rush and even get into these things, because I had this in the beginning of the year. I had this desire to do this and I never did it. So let me rush and rush and rush and try to finish this. We got a whole month. Let me try to do it. Like, that might be also the type of energy you're in, just trying to finish something or start it before the end of the year. You also could be getting some new ideas, because when I think of the Page of Wands, I think of creativity. I think of like new beginnings, especially when I see this Three of Wands too, like ships coming in. It's like I don't know, it's giving me like magician energy. I'm gonna try this wand out and I'm gonna try to make something happen. And then we have the Chariot clarified by the Sun, both major arcana cards. Love them, love them, love them. I mean, Chariot's all about action and movement and moving forward, and the Sun to me is like one of the best cards in this deck. But I think here in this situation, it's talking about you moving forward on the things that bring you passion, that bring you joy. Because if the Sun is there, whatever you're moving forward towards is not going to be... It's like you choosing yourself. It's like, I'm going to move forward on this. I don't necessarily know what's going to happen, because we cannot tell the future. I feel like we can guess at it pretty well. But until you actually make those moves and see what happens with all the variables that are there, you're never really going to know what's going to happen. And so this is like the initial movement of you making a move towards the things that you're passionate about. And it's the move that makes you feel this Sun energy. It's the movement forward that makes you feel that joy and excitement. It's not the result of the move. It's like you know what, I'm trying something new. I'm doing something for me. I'm doing something that I thought I'd never do. Like that kind of energy. Even like if you're looking and zooming out on your life and you've decided, you know what, I am going to move to a different location because I've always wanted to live here and there's nothing in this current location that is holding me here. I'm just here because I've always been here. And you make that decision and you start putting the pieces together. Like that's that chariot energy. It's just gonna bring you so much joy just to move, just to make a move, make some changes. I do want to say, like, anytime we do that and make moves and make changes, yes, there can be so much joy and excitement, but also be prepared for change and remember how you handle change. Are you good at handling change? Are you bad at handling change? Just make sure that you're putting the things in place that's gonna make you happy as you make that change. Like if you know you're somebody who doesn't really like change, go ahead and write out the steps and prepare yourself. Like, all right, step one, I'm gonna move to this new house, so I gotta pack up my old. Let me go ahead and start donating stuff. All right, step two, now that I've packed up my old place, I gotta figure out the transportation. Like kind of just giving yourself a list of things to do, or preparing yourself mentally for all the things that are gonna come with this new move. I remember like every single time I move, I get rid of so many things because I can't stand having to move so many packages or whatever. But then once I move, it's like I buy them same things back because I actually need those things, which is why I have them. So if I were to make a list about moving, I would be like, hey, a part of moving is moving things from point A to point B. Getting rid of the things that you actually need is not going to be helpful because you're just going to have to buy them back. So it's just like a part of something that I would have to talk to myself about and kind of coach myself on just to make my move more smooth. Sorry, that was just some advice I got. But yeah, it seems like this Sagittarius season, we're going to be like we're looking at our lives on a bigger scale and kind of reorienting it to be better for us. Because we in that type of energy. Like Sagittarius energy, this is about me. This is about my comfort and my excitement, my joy. Like what brings me joy, what makes me happy, what makes me feel alive type energy. This is fire energy, which I love. We have a lot of wands. I mean, not a lot, but we got a few wands up here. Let's see. I want to get some advice cards. And because it's Sagittarius season, Sagittarius is a little spicy in my opinion. Sagittarius are spicy. So I wanted to use this spicy deck, this Rebel deck, the Oracle with Attitude. Can you focus for me? There we go. Oh, I'm trying to cover that up. Focus. Anyway, I want to get some cards of advice for this deck, but we're gonna have to strategically do this because there's some curse words here. Okay, let's get some cards of advice. Okay, we have our cards of advice. First, step away from the crazy making diet for a hot second. Kale and spirulina taste like blank. Then we have get the outside, move your butt, and be grateful. So these cards, they're spicy because I feel like Sagittarius season, also spicy. Everybody's feeling spicy. So I want these spicy cards to kind of give us some spicy advice on what we should and should not be doing, or just like what's going to be helpful for us during this Sagittarius season or during this month of December with all this stuff going on. And I was getting called to tell this story about me, what happened to me the other day. Literally, something didn't go my way the other day, and I spiraled so hard. It was just like, just like frustration, anger, like how dare this not go my way? I was just pretty upset about it. And the only thing that really helped me get out of that was like zooming out and looking at the bigger picture and being grateful. It's like, okay, I can be grateful for what I do have, even though I didn't get that. This is what I do have. Everything's actually okay right now. And I'm kind of feeling that energy from these cards of advice. So, especially with this first one, it's giving like, I don't know if you're trying to diet. Again, this is the end of the year. Like, you may have had a resolution at the beginning of the year. I want to lose this many pounds. I want to get this much muscle. I want to look a certain way. And because we're getting this stay away from the crazy making diet, it could be something like that is affecting you. It's like you might be upset that you're not meeting whatever goals it was that you wanted it to meet. It says eat some yummy stuff, bacon, chocolate, beer, get some. even if this is not about dieting, it could just literally be like you might have wanted to learn something new and you've been like studying. It's like, okay, watch some good TV, you know, do something other than focus heavily on the way you look, what you know, the cleanliness of your home, whether or not you finish this project. It's like, stop focusing on the negative and like remember why it is that you wanted to do this in the first place. Oh, I wanted my home to be clean again just because I wanted to enjoy it more. I didn't get to finish fully cleaning it, but I've done a good job. Let me enjoy, let me go ahead and enjoy the fruits of my labor or whatever. And then we have this get outside, move your butt. This to me is like a jump starter for you appreciating and enjoying this world. Like sometimes we can be in our head and we can forget, oh, there's a whole other world outside. Look at these little animals, these little birds. They don't care nothing about the election and they don't care nothing about my bank account. They just out here enjoying themselves. Let me like retune myself to nature. And it says your body's pissed at you. Like just that to me reminds me of like tuning. What is it called? When you walk outside in nature and you like absorb the vibrations of nature. I don't remember what it's called, but it's like some kind of walking, some kind of thing that you can do. You can walk under the forest, and the forest, like literally just being in the forest kind of helps remind you of what's real. It helps like retune your body to its natural frequency, something like that. So this could be a really good time to do that, especially if you're feeling real spicy. It's like helping you remember what is important. Let's go outside. Let's look at nature. Let's remember like, oh, I'm here in this really beautiful place. This is important to do. This is important to be. This is real. Then we have be grateful. Stuff could be so much worse. Again, this is kind of helping us to remember reality. Like, hey, I didn't get that thing that I wanted, but things could be worse. I could have not even had the opportunity to even try to get that. I could have been at the wrong place at the wrong time. I could be somewhere where I'm not in control of my life. Like, there's so many things that could be so much worse. Like, focus on the positive. Focus on what you do have. Focus on what you're able to achieve and grow. And like, you know what I'm saying? Like, it doesn't have to be. You don't have to dwell on the things that you didn't do, couldn't do, haven't done. Like, remember the positives, especially when you're feeling spicy. I feel like that's advice for that. Anyway, thank you guys so much for watching. Thank you for liking and subscribing. I'm going to see you in the next video.